Well, hello, how are you?
I'm okay, how are you?
Good, thank you. A little sick, under the weather, as you can tell. Caught the flu about this week, so
Oh no.
I'm a little nasally. So we just wanted to go with our second session. I'm going to talk to you, I want to start off by just letting you know that as we talked about before, that the sessions are confidential. So anything that we talk about in this room or during our session stay here, and we don't repeat anything. So even if, for example, if I were to see you in the grocery store and you are with your family, I would probably ignore you unless you would like to acknowledge me, just so that no one knows it's all confidential between you and I. But I do want to let you know that if there's anything that is mentioned here that needs to be reported, because we are mandated reporters, I will need to report it. So a few examples would be you talking about hurting yourself or someone else or anyone. That would be an example. So I just wanted to make sure that we clarify that before we start. So I'm going to go ahead and close the door. Sorry. So how was your week since we've talked?
It was okay. It's been a stressful week because we found out my mom has breast cancer.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thank you. So she just had her surgery last week. She had a mastectomy. Okay. And so she's doing good and her prognosis is good, but it's just been very stressful with work and with having to come and help her, and then having to just just overwhelmed with everything that's going on.
Now, do you live with mom?
No.
Okay, so that makes it even hard. Do you live in the same city, or?
It's about 15 to 20 minutes away. So I feel like I haven't had a chance really to just like sit down, because I'm back and forth between doctor's appointments and with I feel like I'm really behind in work because I've been putting everything off so I can make sure that I can get to her doctor's appointments and get to her to her house so I can help her out, and so she's not picking anything up that's heavy, or help them just do everyday chores for her to make it easier for her and to take some of the stuff off of my dad. But then it's also hard to kind of get back to my life too.
Okay. I'm glad that she's doing good though. That should be one one stress reliever and something off your back, correct?
Yes.
That she's doing much better. Surgery went well.
Yes, and she's not in a lot of pain. The only issue we're having is getting her to not do stuff because she's feeling so good. But we just need to wait for her pathology report, so we have to take her to the oncologist. So that is a good sign, and I'm very relieved. I just feel very overwhelmed and still behind and stuff. And then everything's just happening all at once. So. Okay,
so what is it are there others that can help you, siblings? I know we mentioned last week you have a sister. Is there something that you can do to maybe take all the stress off, or do you just off of yourself, or do you feel that it's just all together, so that's why it's stressing you out?
I think it's just all together. I think after this week were some of the things, because we have a baby shower we're planning. It's the end of the semester. I have a lot of grading that I haven't done because I've been doing stuff with my mom. So I think once I can get all of that stuff done, then I'll be able just to relax a little bit and take a couple of days for myself.
And how many weeks do you get off?
3 weeks.
That's good. So that'll be your time to be able to relax. And
yes.
Is there anything that you're going to be doing for yourself, or that maybe you can plan for yourself? Maybe a massage, maybe something going out to the beach or something that you could do to kind of relax and
I am thinking about doing a massage to relax because I've just been so stressed out.
I think you deserve that. I think that would be really good. I think that's something, maybe you could start thinking of things for those 3 weeks that you can do to relieve the stress off of you. And I think that would help tremendously. At work, do you feel really stressed out, or is it just more of being behind because there's so much grading?
I don't necessarily feel stressed out. It's just feeling behind. Like I feel like I don't have enough time every day to get stuff done.
Okay.
So I feel like and I've been trying to time manage a little bit, but it's just with everything that's happening, I feel really behind. More behind than any other year. So I'm trying to plan for next week, like this day I'm gonna get this done, this day I'm gonna get this done, but it's just feeling like there's not enough time.
Yes, I can understand that. What do you do when you feel really stressed out? Are there any things like maybe just watching TV to kind of debrief, maybe going to watch a movie, relaxing on the couch, anything that you could take time I know you need the time, but maybe just taking one day off to kind of take a break, I guess you can say, and then come back to it. Is there anything like that you normally do? Or maybe some things that maybe we could talk about that you can do?
Well, usually when I get home, I take at least like a half hour to an hour to just decompress. But I usually do that, but I haven't been able to just because I haven't been getting home till like 8 o'clock at night.
So like you said, this week it's going to kind of everything's going to slow down a little bit more.
I hope so, yes.
So then, if so, then hopefully you'll be able to get that half an hour like you do normally, and hopefully that'll help you.
Yeah, I already told everybody not to call me on Saturday. Because I would like just to sleep for a couple hours in the morning.
And that's a good one too. That's a really good one. You need your sleep. You need your rest. So sleeping in maybe on a Saturday or even during your Christmas break, having some days, obviously we're not going to sleep all day, but sleeping in also helps as well, no?
Yes, getting a little extra sleep. Hopefully my internal clock doesn't wake me up like at 6:30 and then I don't get to sleep, but I think just relaxing a little bit and not having, and not stressing out so much about having no grading to do, having no anything else to do, just relaxing. But obviously Christmas shopping, but just relax.
Yes, shopping could be a stress reliever as well for me. I love shopping.
Yes, it could be for me too. Just it might hurt my credit card and my account, but
well, we do need to watch that as well.
Yes.
Let's see. Okay, is there anything that you'd like to talk about, or is there anything that we could that you would like to talk about other than what we've already talked about?
Sometimes when I get stressed out, I get really bad migraines.
Okay.
So sometimes that doesn't allow me to do as much because they're so strong that even if I take my the medication that was prescribed to me, it makes me so dizzy that I have to sleep. Or it's really strong that it makes you tired and makes you a little bit dizzy, so you have to lay down. So sometimes that I don't know what I could do to help those, but sometimes that doesn't allow me to do everything that I would like to do.
And do you take any medication for these migraines? Do you?
Yeah, the doctor prescribed me some medication for it.
Okay. And are there any other natural things that you could do that would prevent you from getting the migraines?
I tried changing my diet and it really doesn't help me. It usually comes from like concentrating on the computer too much, or sometimes hormonal or stress.
Okay, have you ever tried acupuncture or any natural one of those remedies that they've given out that we could look online, like lemon and honey and things like that? Have you ever tried any of that?
I tried acupuncture and it did help. Just other things happened that I stopped doing it, but I probably could try it again and see if it helps reduce how many I'm getting.
Okay. Okay. Do you drink lots of water?
No.
Okay.
That's something I don't do.
That could be something you could try to do, and see if it helps you. I mean, it's up to you, but they do say that when you drink a lot of water that it helps. And then maybe look some things up, and I know that all over the internet there's all kinds of remedies that you can try, and I'm sure that would help. And that might be something that also stresses you out or brings on the stress, because now you have a headache or a migraine, and it's causing you to not be able to do your daily duties, especially as a teacher. I'm sure that is so difficult, having a migraine with 30 students in a class every hour.
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to talk about?
No, I think that's it for today.
Okay, so just remember our confidentiality rules, and know that that, like we said, whatever we talk about in here stays here unless it's something that we do need to report. But I want you to think about some things for next time. When we meet next week, I want you to look some things up for your migraines, and also stress relieving, and hopefully next time we could debrief on those ideas, and I can look some things up as well, and we could see how next week's going and see if you're a little bit less stressed, hopefully with everything behind, knowing that mom's doing a lot better, the baby shower's passed, hopefully those stresses have gone, and now we're looking forward to the holidays, the 3 weeks off and so forth. So thank you for coming in, and then we'll continue next week.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.